guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Frieren. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 10 of season 2 of Frieren. It is the season finale, and that makes me sad, but like grateful that we got these 10 episodes. Was it 28 like we got last time? No. Am I grateful that season 3 is coming? Yes. So I will be patient and wait. But we left our group being attacked by a kraken. Frieren, of course, isn't worried. Neither am I. Like, if there's anything that I know is that if Frieren is just calm and not alarmed, it's mostly because she just believes the people in her group are going to take care of business, which we know Stark will. We know Fern will. Like, we're not like worried that they're not going to take care of business. I don't know what we do. I mean, do we just say nice things to the Kraken? Do we have to kill everything? As long as it's not a demon, like maybe we could try not to. I don't know. I feel like no matter what, though, the Kraken's got to go. But the last episode with Himmel's memoirs and seeing Frieren flip through that book and reading things from Himmel's perspective, and the wistful look that was on her face, the smile that came across her face because of it, was so heartwarming and emotional for us to see her emotional as much as she could be in that moment about Himmel and reading his words from his own hand about her and the rest of the group. I really, really am happy that they gave us that and that we got to enjoy it, but also that we kind of learned why we ask for grimoires or for kind of innocuous things, and it's because Himmel doesn't want anyone that he helps to feel like that they owe him because they didn't pay them with anything. And I feel like that is absolutely wonderful. I also Eisen saying we can't take their food when, you know, it's a poor village that, you know, it was helped by them. And that warms my heart even more, you know, it's just like, no, we're not going to take their food. Oh, do you have a grimoire? No, it's just a notebook. Sounds good to me. I love that. And it just like makes my heart grow even more about Himmel and like how wonderful he was. And his little pose with the statue is fantastic. Now, there was also a mention of a city or a village that's all made of gold, and people are going across this lake in order to get there, and more so than normal, which I feel like is an absolute trap. Because one, that can't be true, and two, you know, what do demons want, right? They want to eat the people. So I feel like that's a good way to lure people, is to say that something's made of gold and there's just gold everywhere, and they'll be like, oh, I could get riches. You're going to get eaten by a demon, I think. And Frieren saw a demon. I don't know if that was the Demon King. I don't know if that was a memory or if that was a future premonition of something, but I'm really excited to get into this episode. One, I mean, I'm sad because it's a finale, but I've been loving this season so far. It gives me the hit of dopamine, and I genuinely love these characters and how they make me feel. Even if they make me cry, they almost always make me laugh. They always make me happy, or they are always learning lessons to where I know that they're not perfect. They're perfectly imperfect, and that's the way that I love them, but they are a good group, just like the group that preceded them. So I'm excited to get into this episode and see how they end this season. So guys, let's go.
Looks like it keeps going forever from up here.
So did we just defeat the Kraken? We're not going back to it? Okay.
This is the deepest canyon on the entire continent.
No thanks.
The climb may have felt slow, but the elevation here is immense.
Do we jump?
The wind is quite strong.
Yeah, I was gonna say the wind's not gonna help.
Too risky.
Again with the crossing, again with the wind.
Always the issue.
We would have to forge through a treacherous mountain range. A lengthy and dangerous detour.
Might as well.
Only one problem, Seaside. There's a cliff. That's also 3,000 meters. Apparently, it's a sight to behold if you'd like to drop by.
No.
Not drop out of.
Either way, at this rate, it's going to take us a bare minimum of 2 weeks to safely cross the canyon.
Per the usual.
I imagine it's in the final stages.
What's in the final stages?
What is?
For now, let us continue upstream. If we're lucky, we'll come upon a nifty shortcut.
Oh, it's a shortcut she knew about 80 years ago?
Our shortcut.
I had a good feeling.
There's a bridge.
Oh, nice.
Should have led with that.
Well, what
At
if it wasn't
last.
there?
Looks like he's finished it.
Yeah. Like, what if it wasn't finished?
This is Gayan, the skilled dwarven carpenter who spent the past 2 centuries building this bridge.
Thank you.
I assumed that meant it was still in progress, and perhaps we would find you in the last stretch.
Frieren, there is still one more problem for me to solve.
What's that? That! Causing more wind. Oh!
A flock of bird monsters have been stirring up powerful gusts of wind. Some merchants came through on their journey to the so-called Golden Land. They were blown over the side, wagon and all.
Oh,
You can slay them, but they'll only keep coming.
How do we put a protective spell around it?
Fortunately, the nest is located on this side.
So we're gonna go slay
Could you
these
help
birds.
me solve my problem?
Yes, we can.
I can't let 200 years of work go to waste.
As for payment?
A spell that lets you flip pancakes perfectly.
I love that.
Breakfast of Dreams is just one chore away.
Excellent.
You have a deal.
I love it. Although, do you need an entire book for a spell like that?
According to Gayan, we should be drawing near.
That path is awfully close to the edge.
Watch where you step. Your bodies would be impossible to find.
Did you have to say that out loud? Oh, no thank you. Oh, I couldn't. Ugh.
Why did Gayan take it upon himself to build a bridge here in the first place?
To cross.
I'm sure regret had something to do with it.
Oh.
So it's still under construction. That's a shame.
Do you know when it will be finished?
I'm not sure it will ever be. I ran out of funds.
Oh.
Doesn't that sting?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, the closest army was stationed in a city across the canyon. This bridge could have saved them, but too little too late. Should have thought to build it sooner.
That's sad.
Perhaps this can help. Our
Himmel?
reward from a distant noble. Demon stole a
Himmel?
treasured sword and my party helped reclaim it.
This is a lot of money.
It is.
Thank you, but I can't accept this.
No, you
I
have
have
to.
nothing suitable to offer you in exchange.
Cross the bridge whenever it's done.
You're a human. By the time I finish construction, you'll have died of old age.
Then Frieren will accept your repayment. Give her at least 1,000 years. Build it to last.
That I can do.
Oh,
You can count on me.
I love Himmel. I know I say it all the time. It's just wonderful. I don't know how you even start to build a bridge without, like, helicopters and cranes and stuff. Like, how did that even happen back in the day? Perfect pancakes, perfectly flipped. Done. Beautiful. You did it.
Here they are. Let's begin.
Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, right above you. Dope. Lots of them. We handled dragons. We should be able to handle birds. Nice, Stark. That was beautiful.
We took care of the monsters.
Now folks can freely cross the canyon. My work here is done.
What now? Do you have any other big projects ahead of you?
Yeah, what are you going to do now?
I'm building my piece. A quiet life in my village.
Oh, we're going to his village.
Frieren. 200 years is more than enough time for a village to be built anew.
Of course. Well, shall we be off then?
Oh, I love it. What a simple task that they had, too. It wasn't that hard for them at all. And apparently they beat a kraken, and they didn't even care to show us. Fern?
We may or may not be low on travel funds.
You didn't leave us with enough to get through a single week. You can't keep wasting all our money.
Why is she holding on to it, then?
What are we buying in the middle of a snowfield?
Don't you worry. I have just the solution.
Okay.
We're changing course. Prepare your pockets.
Okay. Oh, there's a village. Cute!
Not a village, that's for sure.
Is
Maybe
that
some
not what that
adventure
is?
camp? All right, boys!
Adventure camp.
Stark is correct that it's a camp for adventurers. those seeking holy snow crystals.
Holy snow crystals.
It's a mineral produced in the snowfields of this region. They're used to create magic potions.
Oh.
I get what we're doing. Now ready your pickaxes, ladies, because these holy snow crystals aren't gonna mine themselves.
Gee, calm
You've
down,
seen so
Shark.
much, yet remain so naive. Holy snow crystals aren't something you can simply stumble upon.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Have you ever been to a marketplace that caters exclusively to adventurers? You'll find it very interesting.
I'm excited to see how this goes. I also thought adventurers. I was like, is Zine, and I already forgot his friend's name. Gorilla Warrior? Like, wouldn't it be fun if they were here?
Silver for a loaf of bread? That's more than 10 times the market price.
For their clientele is as rich as they are hungry. Mining is hard work, but their bounties are worth their weight in gold. It only makes sense prices are higher here.
Mm-hmm.
There are two primary reasons holy snow crystals sell for such a high price. The first of which is their rarity.
Mm-hmm.
This region is teeming with savage monsters. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Judging by what they charge for bread, monster slaying requests would fetch a rather hefty reward.
Absolutely
Right
would.
as always, Fern.
Let's make some coin.
There's a massive mineral vein that only us locals know about. I'd like you to defeat the monster dwelling there.
What kind of monster, though?
We'll take the job.
I'm grateful for the work, but an anti-personnel barrier feels like a fairly unusual request.
I was thinking the same thing.
If you wish to claim a plot of land but lack the resources to begin, an anti-personnel barrier is your best option.
Just so somebody can't come in and claim it. Whoa.
That thing is giant.
And it's beautiful.
We were hired for this job as a last resort. If the adventurers at camp could have taken care of this, they would have.
Yeah.
Lack caution and you'll die.
It's only fair that the risk matches the reward.
Aww. Oh! Holy shit. Oh god, it's stunning. Why do we have to kill everything that's awesome? I mean, it wants to eat us most of the time, so that's why, but... Oh, Stark. Oop. Yeah, I guess they wanted us to forget that sometimes we have a hard time against monsters. That's why they didn't show us defeating the Kraken and the birds were so easy, is to really make this one look hard.
Mistress, it's reacting to our mana.
What an annoying detail.
Yeah, very much so.
It's faster than it looks.
Come on, Stark.
Stark, run.
Bait.
It's the first step of my plan.
Always bait.
Higher.
Oh yeah, she's got to get far away so it can't detect her mana. We're implementing everything we've learned. Oh, wow! Come on, Fern. Can you see it from where you are? Whoa. Oh, this is amazing. Perfect team. Wow. Whoa, Fern. I was like an atomic bomb, girlfriend. Oh, man. I like when Fern gets to do her thing.
Mistress Frieren?
Quiet.
Is there more? Oh, yeah.
It's safe to assume our last opponent was the lord of this area.
Uh-huh.
Any more plans, Frieren? I have the energy to carry you two and run if we want to go that route.
Well, yeah, we could
Far
do
too
that.
late for that.
Okay, too late.
We would still need to slay them all in order to complete the job.
Think you have enough mana, Fern?
I should fare just fine.
Okay, that's good.
We have no other choice.
Oh, the adventurers? That's awesome. They just need to slay the Lord and that was it?
The chivalric order of Norm.
The Chivalric Order of Norm. That's right. The one guy was stronger than Stark.
We've done nothing compared to you. Master Norm says that we're in your debt.
Oh,
That you have done much to help our cause.
indeed she has.
I suppose this makes us even.
Yep.
Farewell.
That was awesome. I thought they had to fight all of them.
That squad is charged with watching over their entire territory.
Wow.
Even if it's little by little, the northern plateau is changing.
It's long past sunset, huh?
How about we set up camp here tonight?
She normally has a coat. What happened to her coat?
Mistress Frieren, time to wake up. Come see this.
Wakey, wakey.
Just 5 more hours.
5 more hours? Same.
It's worth waking up for.
Whoa.
The way the light shimmers through the crystals. The vein is beautiful in the morning sun.
So pretty. Oh, Himmel. It's always Himmel.
We only made a detour to bolster our travel funds. I wasn't expecting to come upon such a feast for the eyes. This is more than enough reason to see our quest through to the end. If we defeat the Demon King, a time will come when anyone can enjoy this beautiful sight.
Yep.
Not just anyone could make this harsh journey. But in this era, more people will see this wonder than in any era before. It's a strange feeling.
It's wonderful.
Yet soon enough, it will be broken into rubble by human hands. It's a bit sad, but no one can stop the march of time.
Very true.
A job well done. Thank you. Here's your reward.
Nice.
I'm just relieved
Fat
we can
coin
finally
purse.
preserve the vein.
So you aren't intending to mine it later?
Good.
It was in my childhood here that I decided my fate. One glimpse of that beautiful sight, and I knew I wanted to become an adventurer. Now it's safe.
They don't
Thanks
even
for
want to mine it.
protecting
That's
the wonders
beautiful.
of my home.
Of course.
That's awesome.
Protecting other people's homes is an important job, huh?
Yup. Sure
Yes,
is.
it is. Sure I am that Master Hunter protected my home, too. It's true that war left my physical home in ruins. Even so, because of him, I have the precious memories.
Hydra tears after all this time? Really?
When I told you the story about me fleeing my home, you didn't let it impact your opinion of me in the slightest. You continued to believe in me. Nothing's changed. You always encourage me and push me forward. Why?
Oh, goodness.
Because that's what Mistress Frieren would do.
She's having the same effect from Frieren that Frieren had from Himmel.
Mistress Frieren, you know the prices here are astronomical, yet you went shopping?
A magic item like this is a rare find.
Why is
Just
it
like
rare?
that, we're back to barely scraping by.
She spent all the money on that?
I had a feeling this would happen, so
Oh,
I
good.
had a cut of the reward.
Seriously?
You never let me down, Fern, and that is why you are my student.
Always a mystery.
Always. Oh.
Well, shall we be off then?
See you soon.
This is Adel, a second-class mage.
Laird.
I asked her to accompany me so she could re-examine the area. She obtained some new information. Information you, for one, will surely find valuable.
What?
Duncan, your hand. I'll transfer the memories to you.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Thinking. Memories of what?
Your duty is straightforward. Maintain and manage the barrier surrounding the Golden Land. You shall do nothing more and nothing less.
Why not? And because it's Lairnin, it makes me
Duncan.
think that Zarya's behind
the
it.
grave is just a hole in the ground.
I'm aware.
Yeah. How cold.
He intends to die.
Yet I feel a touch of envy, for never in my wildest dreams would I defy Mistress Zedia. The final and the strongest of the seven sages awaits him.
Oh.
Macht of the Golden Land.
Mocked of the Golden Land.
The valiant Duncan shall fight to the bitter end to save his gleaming home. Fate pulls him, like he's the hero in a fairy tale.
I don't want Dinkin to die, but it's like beautiful. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, I didn't expect that ending right there with Duncan and Lairnin and Edel. But I don't know what memories she shared with him per se, but I'm sure it has something to do with Mocked of the Golden Land. Him wanting to die in the same place that his wife had died, even though it's a hole in the ground. Saying that is so cold, because how many people go and visit graves? And yet that person is long gone, but just the idea of a piece of them still being there is meaningful. And I don't even believe in an afterlife, but I still talk to my sister when I go to her grave. So like, can we not? And I get that, like, you know, a lot of these people don't understand that. But also I wouldn't want Duncan to die, but Mocked of the Golden Land. I know Frieren saw him in her vision when they were talking about the Golden Land, and I thought the Golden Land was like something that was made up, and maybe it is to like bring people there, but then when you see the sun hitting it, you know where it gets its name. I don't want Duncan to die. Not at all. I don't want Duncan to die. I didn't expect to cry over Heiter again. You know, Fern having her memories of Heiter and him not necessarily saving her village, but, you know, doing whatever he could to at least preserve some of it for her. And, you know, them preserving the crystals, and you know, Frieren even saying, like, you know, soon humans are going to mine this and it's going to be gone, and it's such a beautiful sight. And knowing that the person that paid them is wanting to preserve it, and because it's his home and it's something that he loved and he found beautiful, like, that's great. And I was just like, oh, this monster is going to be hard to kill. And I love how we implemented so many different things about Stark running, about being bait, about Fern, you know, getting to a point where mana can't be detected, and then damn the power of that spell. I was like, yo, she nuked him. That's amazing. But then when all the rest show up, I was like, maybe they're not as strong as the Lord. I was like, oh God, how do we win this? I was like, that's a lot, you know, and I know not to doubt them, but I was like, that's a lot. Maybe they're just weak. Maybe they're not as strong monsters as the Lord. And then when the Norm soldiers show up, and I'm like, oh, like, now Frieren's debt is paid, but also, like, when they had mentioned that one of the soldiers that had died back in Ganau's town, that he was stronger than Stark, I'm like, okay, a lot of these guys have to be incredibly strong then. So, like, oh, they're going to clean house. And the monsters just ran away, probably because they were like, nope, I'm not doing that. That was really, really awesome. I was like, oh, we have to see her get away from the Kraken. We're like, no, you don't need to see that. You already know how it went down. And I did. I even said, I'm not worried. I don't need to see it. Like, I shouldn't have been surprised that, like, they got away. Because all of a sudden they're just, like, looking down in a cavern. And I was like, there's no way there's a Kraken up there. What happened? The bridge. Oh. What was that little guy's name? I shouldn't call him little. That's not nice. Was it Gayan? Gayan. Yeah. You know, him, like, not being able to protect his village and then building the bridge, because if there was a bridge there, they probably would have gotten away. And then, like, Frieren in the previous episode, I thought it was so cold when she's like, this village is lost, just leave it, go somewhere else. And in this case, Gayan's town rebuilt itself. Like, the village is anew. And he's like, you can rebuild a village, Frieren. And I think Frieren, like, if she thinks something is lost, it's like, just leave it behind and move on. And in this case, they have a sentimental value that is attached to everything, and that's where they lived, and that's where they want to be. And it's really great to see that. And one of the biggest things, I think, is, like, especially when Fern says it's what Miss Frieren would do, and that mirroring, it's what Himmel the hero would do. The fact that Frieren mentions that she is noticing the North is changing, and all the good that they're doing along the way and how they're helping the North change, it's like one of those things that, like, they might not see it in their lifetime. And it's kind of like Himmel knew the bridge wouldn't see it finished, but the people that come after them will have a better life and better opportunities, and like things will be better for future generations. And even if you don't get to see the result, other people will see the result, and it was for a good cause and for a good reason. And that's just so beautiful. I say it all the time. That Himmel the hero. Freaking beautiful. Now, I can't believe that I have to wait 18 months. I mean, yeah, I can. I'm not shocked. They could have been like, yeah, it's going to take 18 years. And I'd be like, oh no, see you guys here in 18 years. But, oh my God, how old would I even be? 63? Ew. I'm a full grown teenager away from being in my 60s. That's weird. Anyway, but I it's always worth the wait, one, for, to see the animation when it comes out. You don't want that to be rushed, because we get a lot of things like Stark's like axe slicing where it's like lit up and it's just so beautiful that I don't know if that's mana or if that's just sheer power. If that's like energy. I mean, it's all energy, but like some of the stuff, the fights that they have are just so stunning. The creatures that they have, I know that that's so hard to animate and get right, and it takes time. And you know what? 18 months, it's a steal. It's a steal. I can't wait. I can't wait. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think about this finale? What did you think about this episode? Emotional, heart-wrenching. I don't know what to think about Denkin. I don't want him to die, but also if he were to lose his life where his wife died, then it would feel like both of their energies had left the same place. And, for him, I think that that's incredibly romantic, but also he's tired. He's done. He accomplished what he said he would, and just let the man go. Let him return to his home and die there. But Mocked of the Golden Land seems... It said it was the strongest of the 7 sages, so I can't imagine Denkin alone could do anything to Mocked, but to have another first-class mage in Fern, but also Frieren, who, for all intents and purposes, is whatever's better than a first-class mage. I have Stark. I'm hoping that we get other mages up here, like if Ganao and Matoda, what if all the first-class mages were like, you know what, let's all defeat Mocked. I'm very much looking forward to next season, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to rewatch just everything, because I know that there's stuff that I miss and like sentiments that I miss, and I don't really understand what a character's saying when they say it sometimes, which I'm guessing that Lernan is going to lie to Mr. Zarya that, like, of course Denkin is just going to stay in the perimeter and not do anything. And I would imagine Zarya doesn't want to lose Denkin either. So she's like, I know what he would want to do. Don't let him do it. And then there's Lernan going, I'm going to have to lie to her and tell her, like, that he didn't. Or, I'm not quite sure. But, so I'll have to go back and rewatch everything. Plus, it's just really enjoyable to see him all again. Oh, love that guy. Love that guy. Love Frieren and Stark and Fern. I'm so proud of the kiddos, and I adore Stark so much. And Fern is growing on me. I still don't like her rumbling and grumbling, but that's just because if that personality was doing it to me, I'd be like, stop being mean. Why are you always so grumpy? Don't grumble at me. That would be my reaction to that. But guys, I'm so excited for next season, and I loved this. Even though it was short, it was sweet, and it was very good and very emotional, and I appreciated it so much. So come back here for the next one, and in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya.